So I've arrived for my first night in Poznan, and I'm staying at the Hotel Kasztan, which is Polish for conker or chestnut, I believe. It's a lovely little B&B. I had to ring a number to be let in, but it was fine. And you know, they've been really nice. They've given me some maps and highlighted a few places that are worth checking out. So, promising start to the trip. So Poznan is a very big city on the west side of Poland, and part of the Greater Poland Voivodeship. Actually, one of the first things I did when I got to Poznan was to see my friend Max. We drank vodka with the traditional sort of Polish food, and pretty much ended up drinking through the night. So my second day was a bit hazy, and I may have fallen asleep on a couple of trains. Poznan is basically accredited to be the beginning of Poland, where the local tribes were kind of united in the 9th century. And trust me, this city has changed hands many times with Prussians and so forth. And it really has become a very big trade center. It's very cultural, very modern now. It was pretty much destroyed during the Second World War, sadly, and rebuilt after. But there is so much remaining, so much reconstructed. I had an incredible weekend here, and I hope after this video you can understand why. There really is a lot to see, a lot of museums, and it just has such a lovely atmosphere of a place. You certainly will not get bored in this city. Now, the Imperial Castle, so Poznan's second castle, is actually more of a kind of a modern thing. So it was originally built in sort of 1905, and so it was built for, basically the German emperor at the time. And later on, it was actually, sort of customized for Hitler to take residence, though it's said that he never actually made it there. Inside, you've got a very good audio tour. You've got a lot of kind of interesting history there. A lot of very ornate rooms, not really furnished, but certainly some interesting kind of decor. You have a very good kind of educational video inside telling you about the history of the castle. A nice balcony to look at the garden out the back. And yeah, I definitely recommend this. It's a good way to spend easily 2 hours. The old town square has to be one of the main things to see in Poznan. You can walk around this, and of course the first thing you will see are the incredibly colourful buildings there in the classic Polish style. You also see, the town hall, which is a rather notable building, which was founded in sort of about 1253. And you'll find plenty of bars, restaurants, and kind of souvenir shops dotted around here. And it's a very, very popular place. You'll certainly find quite a few fountains here, with fountains to Persephone, Apollo, Neptune, and Mars. And, it's a wonderful place for selfies, for photos. So you Instagram lovers, this will be heaven for you. And at night, it's just as busy during the day. So expect to find quite a few interesting places to drink. So behind me is Citadel Park. So this area is actually one I haven't explored yet, so I'm going to take you through it now. This is the city's largest park area, and it's actually over 100 hectares, so it's quite big. It used to be a fort, apparently. And then they kind of converted it to a park space. You've got the Museum of Armaments based here, I believe. So I'm going to explore and hopefully find some interesting things for you guys. So, as it turns out, Citadel Park was, the fort that was there was built in kind of 1828 by Prussians after they'd taken over Poland in 1793. And they had a pretty impressive structure going there. But to be honest, it looks like it was mainly unused for a while. And actually, it was used as a POW camp in World War II. So the park has a slightly sad history, but now remains a kind of a proud place of Poznan. And it houses, at least two museums there. You have the Poznan Army Museum and the military museum as well, both of which I visited, both inexpensive and, good to kill a bit of time. You have a British military cemetery there. One of the big monuments you see is to the heroes of Poznan, and actually used to have a bright red Soviet star at the top, which has been taken down for various reasons. But I have to admit, this park was beautiful. It was really nice to walk around. There are lots of little things to be discovered, and looking online, it seems that I even missed a couple of the monuments. But yeah, definitely worth a visit. The Cathedral of St. Peter and St. Paul is certainly the oldest cathedral in Poland, dating back to about 968 AD, and is actually one of the first churches. It's definitely accredited as being where Christianity pretty much was born in this country. The original structure lasted for about 70 years, until effectively there was a period of pagan reaction against the Christianization of Poland, and it was more or less destroyed. It was rebuilt in sort of 1034 in the Romanesque style, and then in the 14th and 15th centuries, the church was rebuilt in the Gothic style. Now, Lake Malta wasn't actually always a lake. It used to be a small river. The name actually comes due to the Knights of Malta, who were basically decamped there for a long while. And it actually only became a lake due to the Nazis, who had thousands of workers pretty much like dam the river to create the lake you have now. These days, it's a wonderful place to go for a walk. You've got the thermal baths, kind of up in the hills above, which is said to be very healing, and I didn't get a chance to visit, but worth seeing. And on the other side, you have like this kind of ski resort and a lot of kind of attractions, and it looks like a fun place, especially in the summer. And they also hold like boat races here, so it's a pretty happening place, pretty calm, nice for the day's visit. The Royal Castle, which construction was most likely to have started in 1249, is located on a hill called Góra Zamkowa, or Castle Mountain, I believe. And of course, it's been remodeled, destroyed, rebuilt many times over the years. These days, it offers two primary functions. One, you have an incredible kind of observation tower at the top, which gives you a wonderful view of the city. And otherwise, you have basically kind of like a series of historical artifacts, weapons, and modern art inside. So, well worth the visit. I think it was about 25 zloty to go around, and you'll easily spend a good hour or two here. So enjoy. So of course, this was just a snapshot of Poznan. I certainly didn't have time to see everything I wanted to, despite being there for a weekend. So I will certainly be going back one day, certainly to see things like the zoo, the Palm House, the Croissant Museum. I missed the basement of the Franciscan Church. But yeah, I really enjoyed this city. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for many more. Thank you.